those that are frustrated by this physical distancing and this being distant from friends and loved ones, I want you to know the measures are working. So as hard as they are working. We're starting to see the beginning of the flattening of the curve in the community. We're seeing real positive signs that the measures that Public Health has recommended are indeed working.
Brown also took aim at people throwing used gloves and masks on the ground. He says council is looking at changing the fines from littering to material charges. And if you're going out on the water this long weekend, provincial police are telling you not to forget your life jacket. A kayaker died last Friday in a canoeist the following day. Both cities in Ontario both not wearing life jackets. Also, keep in mind that some cities and towns have closed public boat ramps and there are still restrictions on marinas. Your business report is 60 seconds away.
680 News Time.
All this protesters again, protesting the virus. They're unhappy with the virus. Premier did somebody, which is funny because their way of dealing with it is cheap.
We all need to do for each other.
The remedy of the Premier. Hey, Premier, we don't like how you're handling it. You're asking him to solve the problem. Right?
Your actions can protect your loved ones. Stay home. Save lives. Visit canada.ca/coronavirus regularly for the latest instructions on how you can help stop this pandemic.
A message from the Government of Canada. As a homeowner, you have built up equity value in your home. With Capital Direct, equity equals flexibility for homeowners. Flexibility to finance your business. Flexibility to renovate your home. Or flexibility to pay off other bills like credit cards or property taxes. If you've got something you would like to take care of, call Capital Direct today at 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL and see what's available for you. CapitalDirect.ca. 680 News telling 526.
Now the 680 News Business Report. I'm Carl Garnage. During times of crisis, strong leadership is key. And as businesses, small and large, continue to navigate the coronavirus pandemic, attention remains on those at the helm to see if they are taking the initiative to guide their employees through the situation. Adam Froman, founder and CEO of research technology company Delvinia, has been holding meetings with a number of CEOs during the pandemic, and he says they seem to fall into one of three groups.
One group is, it's almost like it's our time. As a leader and as a CEO, we've prepared ourselves through all our struggles building our companies to manage and lead our companies through one of the most difficult crises we've ever experienced. Then you have the ones that are really open-minded. They haven't necessarily communicated because they may have been focused on their business, but they're learning how to communicate. They're learning how to be transparent. They're learning how to be human. And the third group are the ones that really struggle with it.
And for the CEOs that are struggling, Froman says it's very important for them to reflect on the situation.
To be able to maintain the perspective that it's not just about them and their company and what they're going through, but it's their employees that are looking for leadership. They're looking for guidance. It's those that need to gain that perspective. And I think those are the ones that are having the most trouble right now.
With the pandemic changing how companies do business and how management is interacting with its workers, Froman says post-pandemic, it is crucial for CEOs to ensure that they are prepared for any situation.
When we were considering that 2020 would be a recession, nobody anticipated this pandemic coming in the magnitude it would have. But those who were prepared are managing through it well. So, my number one thing is business continuity preparation is paramount in anyone's experience going forward.
Adam Froman is the founder and CEO of Delvinia. At the Business Center, I'm Carl Garnage.
Getting you where you need to go
Faster.
The most traffic in Toronto. 680 News. The safety of those around you is more important than ever. The Government of Canada has stated that the use of a non-medical mask or facial covering can be an additional measure you can take to protect others around you. It's important we keep the supply of medical masks for frontline healthcare workers. CanadaMaskSupply.ca offers personal, non-medical masks and face shields at reasonable prices. Proudly made in Canada for Canadians. Buy non-medical masks and face shields now at CanadaMaskSupply.ca.
Take this opportunity to help our most vulnerable. Long-term care homes in Ontario are hiring, and they're looking for people with skills just like yours. You can put your nursing, cooking, or cleaning experience to work. This is an important and rewarding chance to make a real difference during a time of need. Together, we can stop the spread of COVID-19. Learn more about job opportunities available at long-term care homes by visiting ontario.ca/workltc. Paid for by the Government of Ontario.
This is your weather station, 680 News.
I could describe the short-term forecast as just one word, but instead I'll give you the numbers. 8 degrees tomorrow, raining. Same thing on Monday, same thing on Tuesday. Hey, double digits on Wednesday, 13 degrees. And then Thursday, some more rain. Right now, downtown, it's 5 degrees and partly cloudy. The double tones, it's 5:30.
Number 1 for news in Toronto. This is 680 News.
Here are Cam Dorrit and Caitlin Lee.
Good afternoon. It's Saturday, May the 9th.
Here's what's making news right now.
Well, you can't camp yet, but Ontario Parks and Conservation Reserves are reopening for day use just in time for the May long weekend.
Ontario's newest COVID-19 data shows the lowest one-day tally of cases in more than a month, but there's worry some are relaxing on physical distancing too soon.
We're almost halfway through spring, but for some reason, it still feels like winter. We're breaking record low temperatures for this time of year. Your full forecast is coming up.
One of the GTA's most popular cheery events is going virtual this year. We'll let you know which one just ahead.
A UFC fighter tests positive for COVID-19 just before they hold an event tonight in Florida. Sports at 45.
And coming up in business, companies are being forced to rejig operations during the pandemic. But one company has discovered a completely untapped market in the process.
680 News Time, 5:31.
Time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here is Barb Andrews.
This report brought to you by 407 ETR. For the most part, a light drive on our major routes. Really just a couple of construction spots to be aware of. Our heaviest is the southbound 404 through 16th. That's because 2 right lanes are blocked with construction. As well, the east and westbound 16th Avenue ramps to southbound 404 are closed. Our other construction spot, eastbound 407, Britannia to Derry. 2 left lanes are closed, and the east and westbound Britannia ramps to eastbound 407, they are also closed for construction. Otherwise, looking at our major routes, they are a light drive. 401 looks good in both directions. No recent troubles along the Gardner. QEW moving well both directions through Mississauga, Oakville, and Burlington. Last check, 427, 403 all looked good. Off of our major routes, north and southbound Dixie from Britannia to north of Derry, both directions sharing 1 lane. That's for construction. 407 ETR is proud to be United Way's first corporate partner in Canada to make a multi-year investment, sending $4 million to help the GTHA recover from COVID-19. Your next report at 5:41 with the forecast, Jason Fraser.
Mostly cloudy right now across the GTA, and we're going to see a little bit more cloud development as the evening progresses. I think overnight, that's when we'll only see partly cloudy skies. Temperatures dipping down, though, to below freezing. Right now in downtown Toronto, it is about 4 degrees. Overnight low is -2.
680 News Time, 5:32.
You'll be able to take in the great outdoors during the May long weekend as provincial parks and conservation areas are reopening.
But use will still be limited. 680's Michelle Mackey joins us live with those details. Michelle.
And more than 500 provincial parks and conservation reserves are set to reopen on Monday. Premier Ford giving day use for walking, biking, and hiking the green light, but setting some strict limitations as well.
Camping, playgrounds, and beaches will continue to be closed.
Ford says he's trusting people to follow public health measures, including physical distancing within the parks. Jeff Urick, Minister of the Environment, Conservation and Parks, also asks that you come prepared.
While staff are working as hard as they can to get provincial parks ready to open, they will not have washrooms or drinkable water right away. It's important that you come to the park prepared with hand sanitizer, extra water, and other supplies.
The province says the slow phase-in approach to opening parks will help ensure the health and safety of visitors and staff. Reporting live, I'm Michelle Mackey.
680 News Time, 5:34. Ontario has implemented an emergency order allowing school employees to be voluntarily redeployed to congregate care settings. The government says institutions like hospitals, long-term care homes, retirement homes, and women's shelters are in need of staff, including custodial and maintenance workers. Laura Walton, the president of CUPE's Ontario School Board Council Union, says the work of redeployed staff wouldn't be clinical care.
Things like doing recreational support for residents.
Oh, they're not going to be doing surgery
in retirement homes, where they're connecting them with their family through iPads and FaceTime and Skype, that kind of thing.
Staff who voluntarily redeploy would maintain their employment with the school board and continue to receive their compensation and benefits.
This is 680 News. The Premier is urging more action to get to the bottom of why long-term care homes continue to get ravaged by COVID-19.
Right now, we're putting out the fires, and I think it's over 160 homes been affected out of 626 homes in total. And we have to look at the ones, 626 in total, and the ones that haven't been infected, because the majority of them have been infected, and find out what they're doing right and find out what the other ones did wrong.
Privately owned long-term care homes have been hit almost twice as hard as other care centers in the province. Further details would not be available until after the pandemic, and added that all forms of review are on the table. There have been outbreaks in 225 homes across the province, more than 681 deaths in these facilities.
50 residents have now died of COVID-19 at a long-term care home in Mississauga. And in an update this afternoon, a spokesperson for Camilla Care Community tells the CBC 3 additional residents have also passed away. 62 residents at Camilla Care Community have tested positive for the virus. The home located on Ontario Street is working with Trillium Health Partners and Peel Region Public Health to test all residents and staff members.
This is 680 News. The anti-lockdown protest back again at Queen's Park in Toronto today, demanding an end to emergency orders.
They leave their houses and they're still locked down like that. Oh, you sound horrible.
Before the third weekend in a row, a crowd arrived to wave signs upside down about their displeasure surrounding what they consider to be social issues. 2 weeks ago, Premier Doug Ford referred to the protesters as yahoos as they gathered around Queen's Park in similar fashion.
It's another step in the right direction. Non-essential businesses beginning to open and curbside pickup becoming the norm, but health officials are still weary as the signs of community spread continue.
The lowest daily tally in more than a month. That's the highlight for Ontario, seeing 346 new cases today, along with 59 new deaths, while the record number of tests were completed, surpassing 19,000 for the first time.
More deaths.
It comes after a spike in cases yesterday, where 55% of them were linked to community spread. Still a concern for Ontario's top doctor.
There's a tendency to let your guard down and then get that exposure and find out that group that you're with, that you should have been with,
every fucking day,
someone else positive. So I think there's some ongoing transmission there.
Dr. David Williams says it's perplexing that the province still isn't making major headway on this, adding if people aren't taking physical distancing seriously, this all could last even longer. Still good news as the number of new cases continues to see a decline, and Ontario takes another slow step of its own, allowing hardware and other supply stores to reopen today. I'm Stuart McGinn.
It is a lot easier to follow physical distancing rules when it is like it is outside today, all thanks to Mother Nature this time. 680's Zahir Hashimi reports.
Mother Nature, you have some explaining to do. We're almost halfway through spring, and for some reason, it's still cold. This morning, we had a low of -4 at Pearson. That's a new record for this time of year. The previous record was 2.2 degrees set back in 1966. 680's meteorologist Jason Fraser says it's supposed to get a lot better. Next week, we're expecting temperatures in the upper teens.
We're talking about plus 19 degrees, likely for Friday. I think some spots in the GTA could end up seeing 20 degrees by Friday.
Now, the bad news is it's probably going to be chilly. Until then, temperatures will likely stay in the single digits until late next week. For the latest updates, stay tuned to our 680 weather reports. They play every 10 minutes on the ones. I'm Zahir Hashimi.
680 News Time, 5:38. Well, poor visibility from that winter-like weather put a halt on the Snowbirds Aerovac team's plans to fly over southern Ontario today. The team announcing because of snow and hail in and around Toronto, the Snowbirds plan to hold at Canadian Forces Base Trenton for 24 hours. Their Operation Inspiration features the team's signature 9-jet formation. The Snowbirds encourage Canadians to observe the flyovers from the safety of their home and refrain from traveling to see the show.
Durham police say 2 men have been arrested, and a warrant is being sought for a third in connection to a kidnapping involving 3 victims from St. Catharines. On Thursday, police say a man attended a Pickering Bank on Kingston Road and reported he had been kidnapped and was forced to take money out of his account. Police confirmed that the 3 victims, 2 males and 1 female in their 20s, were kidnapped by the suspects. No injuries were reported. A warrant is being sought for the third suspect, who should be considered armed and dangerous. If you have information, contact police.
One of the GTA's most popular charity events going virtual this year, 680's Steve Roberts explains.
Instead of taking over 2 of Toronto's busiest highways, the Manulife Ride for Heart is going online.
We're not going to be able to be out there on the Gardner Expressway and Don Valley Parkway this year. So we're moving it to a virtual event because we know that so many of our supporters, including our title sponsor Manulife, don't want to support the work that we do. So we've created an event that allows them to do that.
That's Avril Gofredo, Executive Vice President of Ontario for the Martha Stewart Foundation. She says this year you can walk, cycle, even take a fitness class in order to take part on June 7th. Gofredo says they've had to adapt to changing times.
The impact of losing Ride for Heart as well as our Jump Rope for Heart program has had about a $25 million revenue shortfall that it's going to contribute to. So we're trying to look for different ways that we can engage our supporters, but also making sure that we're doing things to support people who are impacted by heart disease and stroke.
And so to register, you can go to rideforheart.ca. I'm Steve Roberts.
Now at 680 here, gas price update. Afro predicts the price will stay the same at midnight, holding at 92.9 cents a liter. Traffic and weather is next.
680 News Time, 5:40.
Imagine a home renovation without all the stress, cost, and uncertainty. That's why Georgian Renovations created Smart Reno. Hi, I'm Jeannie Becker. Smart Reno is a home renovation that's quick, easy, and affordable. Simply choose from the Smart Reno packages or work with award-winning designers to create a vision that is truly your own. With a guaranteed price and time frame, it's never been easier to fall in love with your home again. Get your free, no-obligation instant estimate today at GeorgianReno.com.
680 News Time, 5:41. Time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Barb Andrews.
This report is brought to you by Lowe's. We have some new problems on the northbound 404 through Bloomington Road, a collision blocking the right lane. So on the southbound side, southbound 404 through 16th, we have construction in the 2 right lanes. Also the east and westbound 16th Avenue ramps to southbound 404, they are closed for construction. 401 looks good both directions. Some construction on the 407, eastbound 407, Britannia to Derry. 2 left lanes are closed. Also the east and westbound Britannia ramps to eastbound 407, they are closed for construction. The Gardner looks good heading into or out of downtown. No recent troubles along the QEW to let you know about. Same story, 403 at last check running problem-free. Off of our major routes, northbound Don Mills at Fairview, only a right lane gets by because of construction. To help you stay safe and at home, Lowe's is offering free parcel shipping and curbside pickup with online purchases at Lowe's.ca. Your next report at 5:51 with the forecast, Jason Fraser.
Mostly cloudy right now across the GTA. Later on this evening, we'll continue to have the clouds hanging around. And according to some new model data that I just looked at, we could end up seeing some rain showers tomorrow morning, even mixing in with some snow as well. We're not expecting major accumulation, but there is a slight chance of that. Tomorrow afternoon, though, we are going to end up seeing some peaks of sunshine, and then we'll get another round of
damn it, every time I push it back, it falls all the
about 1 degree. 5 degrees right now in downtown Toronto. The overnight low is -2.
680 News Time, 5:42. With traffic volume down as much as 65% because of the pandemic, the city is taking advantage. Crews will be out in full force today for a Saturday pothole blitz. Here's 680's Kyle Hawking.
Was there anything worse than the sound of a car hitting a pothole?
Yeah, a car hitting anything.
Oh, yeah. It makes you wince, doesn't it? It's just never a sound you want to hear. Eric Holmes with the City of Toronto says crews will be out to help you avoid those blown tires and damaged suspensions today.
Crews will be up early. They'll start, between 5 and 6 in the morning, and they'll go until 5 or 6 in the evening, filling potholes.
This blitz to improve upon the more than 93,000 road craters already filled by the city so far in 2020.
Please give them the space that they need. Help keep it safe for everybody so that they can make our roads safer. Leave extra time if you're going to be out because they can cause delays at times when the workers are out there because they've got to set up a safe work zone.
Yet another blitz scheduled for Saturday, May 23rd. I'm Kyle Hawking.
680 News Time, 5:43.
Hi, it's Tony Chapman, host of the podcast Chat If It Matters. Thanks to the incredible support of RBC, we're focusing on the heart of the Canadian economy, small businesses. Joe Bryan captains a whale-watching ecotourism operation out of St. John's, Newfoundland. Going to the edge of the earth.
Coming up right now. Hello.
Question.
Yes, you're lying. There are no fucking whales.
Taking bookings for giving back to
Whales are dead, buddy. Don't lie.
Their money back to the guests. Our experts jump on board with advice that anybody working in tourism,
watch the
hospitality,
whales
retail,
all day, every
services
day. They'll be
will want to
gone.
hear.
This is
Download Chatter That Matters wherever you get your podcasts. And thanks again to RBC for your support of Small Business Matters.
This is All News Radio, 680 News.
It is 5 degrees, partly cloudy. Good afternoon from the 680 News Broadcast Center in downtown Toronto. I'm Caitlin Lee. Here are the top stories this hour. Provincial parks are opening ahead of the Victoria Day weekend for limited day use. Most will open on Monday, the rest next Friday. Campgrounds, playgrounds, and beaches not open for business. The Ontario government also asking you to limit travel and only go to the park closest to you. Hospitals, long-term care homes, and emergency shelters desperately need staff. That's why the province has issued an emergency order sending school board employees who've been stuck at home to the front lines. And snow continues to fall in Toronto, or at least it did this morning. This has been the coldest May 9th in over 50 years. Hit a record low this morning of -4. That was breaking a record set back in 1966. The cold is expected to linger on. Your extended forecast is coming up at 5:51 with Jason Fraser. 680 News Time, 5:45. Now time for 680 Sports from Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Here's George Russick.
UFC 249 will be held from Jacksonville, Florida tonight. The main event is Donald Cowboy Cerrone against Anthony Showtime Pettis in the welterweight division. It'll be the first time they'll fight since January 2013. The card won't include Ronald Souza, who tested positive for COVID-19 yesterday. Souza's two corners also tested positive for the coronavirus. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver told players on a call last night that a decision on the resumption of the season can extend into June, and that if the league does return to play, it is not expected that fans would be able to attend games, according to The Athletic. Silver also said it's safer to hold games in a few locations, such as Disney World, Orlando, and Las Vegas, rather than flying from city to city if the NBA comes back from its hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And Major League Baseball teams will each save about $30 million after cutting its amateur draft from 40 rounds to just 5 this year. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour, or anytime at sportsnet.ca/590.
680 News Time, 5:46.
Rona has renovators. How good they're feeling about getting outside this spring. Are you kidding? Look at my smile. This is radio. Oh, sorry. Look at my smile. No, they can't see you. Hey, dude, you're killing the vibe. With free parcel delivery, curbside pickup, and DIY project videos, find everything you need for backyard projects at Rona.ca. Do more at home, outside. Conditions apply.
BDO Debt Solutions understands that uncertain times can put a strain on your finances. If you're finding it difficult to cover your monthly expenses, keep up with minimum payments, and manage your debt load, a BDO licensed consultancy trustee will provide a free over-the-phone consultation, review your situation, explain your debt relief options, and help find a debt solution that works for you. BDO is committed to ensuring you get the debt help you need when you need it. Call 1-855-BDO-DEBT to book a free phone consultation.
680 News Time, 5:47. Premier Doug Ford is assuring long-term care facilities help is on the way. He says he wants to grant long-term care homes to access to N95 masks, adding it's one of the government's focuses moving forward.
They're going to bring over equipment for surgical masks, but again, it's constant. I'm on this every single day. I'm hunting for more PPE.
More than 1,700 workers in the province's long-term care homes have tested positive for COVID-19. At least 4 have died from the illness, according to provincial data. And the majority of Canada's COVID-19 deaths have been linked to outbreaks in long-term care homes across the country. Canada's Chief Public Health Officer, Dr. Teresa Tam, says the virus disproportionately affects seniors.
Each loss is one too many, but the scale and impact on our seniors as a whole is nothing short of a national tragedy. Prevention and control of COVID-19 in high-risk populations is crucial for controlling this and future waves of COVID-19. These outbreaks drive up the case fatality rate, accelerate spread, and continue to spill over into the community.
Tam says Canada will be living with COVID-19 for some time, and we stand a better chance of maintaining control of the virus if we address the weaknesses in long-term and assisted care homes. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says Canada will not pay the full price for medical masks that do not live up to medical standards. Federal officials say about 8 million of 11 million N95 respirators shipped to the government from China have failed to meet specifications. Trudeau says that's just not good enough.
We will not be burdened with masks that do not fit our stringent requirements. There are discussions ongoing with them about whether there are alternative uses for these masks, but we will not be paying for masks that do not hit the standards that we expect.
Trudeau says the discovery of the faulty masks speaks to the government's rigorous verification system. The Prime Minister did not name the price the government will pay for the respirators, which are used to protect against the virus. They're a place of last resort, but many people have been turning to food banks during the pandemic. 680's Mark McMahon is hearing there might be a better way to ensure people have enough to eat.
Increased food bank use simply shows that people are falling through the social safety net, in the view of Professor Valerie Tarasak with the University of Toronto. She's an expert in food insecurity and believes a universal income would offer better protection.
We would have argued that rather than dump money on community charities, the better thing to do would be to step back and say, okay, let's patch those holes.
More than 3 million people have lost their jobs since the crisis began, with many people turning to food banks. I'm Martin McMahon.
680 News time 5:50. It's been almost 2 months since there was an NBA game. After the league shut down over COVID-19 concerns, City News sports reporter Lindsay Dunn breaks down how the Raptors will return to their practice facilities under strict guidelines.
Raptors GM Bobby Webster today on a media call said that around half of the players were in Toronto and are eager to get back on the court. He also said it would help players start to move around outside of their apartments for a bit, and that it would not only be good for them physically, but for their mental health as well.
As it stands now, it's really just the court that so players come on to the court. There is one coach that's allowed on the court, but they'll practice physical distancing.
For the Raptors that are not in Canada and can eventually return, they will have to follow the 2-week self-quarantine rules.
If they do come back, they're going to have to be quarantined like everyone else for 2 weeks. I understand with the Raptors, the NBA and the NHL have super stringent restrictions and protocols in place. I'll give you an example. The NBA is saying only 4 people can be on the practice court at a time. I understand the Raptors are going to let 1 person on the court at a time.
It's an arbitrary number. Oh, it's okay to spread it if you want to spread it, one at a time.
Time for traffic and weather together
2 or 3
on the
here or
ones.
there.
Here's Barb Andrews. This report brought to you by AGMRenovations.com. We did have a collision northbound 404 at Bloomington Road in a right lane, but that has cleared out of the way. We still have construction on the southbound side, though. Southbound 404 through 16th Avenue, 2 right lanes are closed for construction. Also, the east and westbound 16th Avenue ramps to southbound 404, they are closed for construction. Rest of the 404 DDP looks good, lightly traveled both directions. Same story with the Gardner heading into and out of downtown. QEW also moving well and lightly traveled in both directions. Looking at the 401, that's also a light drive. We do have construction on the 407, eastbound 407 through Britannia to Derry. 2 left lanes are closed for construction, and the east and westbound Britannia ramps to the eastbound 407, they are also closed for construction. Working from home on the couch with kids, turn your basic suite from
when I get just no sleep, with niggas move calm and collective. That chain ain't shit unless your pocket protected. My pocket protect mine. Empty up the tech line. I don't give a fuck jail. I'll do that time. Best find your body in the building cause we killed you. Like who's realer? Got 2 of them off the builder. All I really wanted was a gun and a vest. Like who's next? To get shot in my complex and I'm straight stressed. Grab money with time's death. I'm taking niggas never leave a nigga timeless. I grew up with no motivation. Drive right past the cops and investigations. Pump with no registration. Put me over like sir, we arresting you. Shotgun, stolen car, and cats off the register. You say tomato, well I say tomato. Western Toronto, squirt heat like volcanoes. I must confess, my life range at your first pick was on top. Knock, no, fucking hurt him. All I got left is pride and my dignity. and a finger in the middle if you ain't digging me. My family matters, the big guy, car Winslow. Monitor badge with big straps, glass windows. Stay cool like the other side of the pillow. I serve shots like the fox and the broken fiddle. Don't know your name, so you better take it slow, dog. Yo, MCA, where the fuck's Canaan, no, dog? You little faggots better run up, cause I won't stop till the zipper on my body bag is done up. Heard you got drugs, then Jeezy's gon' pick up. Roll up with his lip up, big bump, this a stick up. 7-5 black butt shots, you'll get lit up. Beat backs like a hiccup, burn laps like a sit up, nigga.
I'm winning. They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. Watch you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. I love the rain when it falls, yeah, I'm blessed. Fuck the fame and the cars and the jets. I had them thinking I was gone to the psych ward. I never left to live the life you would die for. Hell, I know I can't save her, I'm the lifeguard. Maybe you can get the D, but I might charge. Pull up to the spot, they're like, who is that there? Hands up, give me the loot like a cashier. What you thought, are you dumb? I don't play shit. I killed you and your brother with the same clip. All that bullshit you been talking, boys, ain't shit. I'm a different man now, leave your faces. Watch you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. Watch you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. Yo, versus spot, then I'm leaving unidentified. Just a rental, had to drop it off at Enterprise. Shell case was in the whip, had to check it twice. I think my OGs for that shit, they get good advice. Yeah, this about to be a genocide. His motherfuckers want me dead, but I can never die. I'm the reason why your wife said she met a guy. 2 minutes in a swisher just to get inside. Yeah, we are not the same kind. You gotta pay dues, I already paid twice. Y'all don't make moves, all you do is waste time. I'ma always be woke while you haters stay blind. Watch you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. Watch you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest.
It's fucking loud.
Yeah. Fox, man. It's the life that I live by. FOTG. Yeah. I speak what I fucking want, I say what I fucking want, Yo, my blood pack is straight, kill a nigga running his house. Kidnap a faggot ass nigga who be running his mouth. It's the 7th letter, LOC, and the 11th letter. My twin is on, stay in your lane if you know it's better. Can't change cause I'm stuck on some hot shit. Try fly past in your car, we shoot the glass of the cockpit. And run up on you, see you wall, and leave you stretched out on the concrete like you hugging the floor. I'm a thug nigga, hair still nappy, hands still baggy, and keep it sharp in case niggas try to get at me. Fuck I look like, shooting fair ones and fist fighting. I smoke too many cigarettes, nigga, I'd rather light him. Cause I ain't got the lungs for that sweaty shit. Home when I slap down your bitch on some petty shit. Real talk, ain't with the back and forth shit. I let my skill talk. Fully loaded whip, battleship like it's Bismarck. Lock, you done did it again. Fuck a one shot. You know me, I'd rather hit you and your friend. Bar that stick talk, you oughta get it 2 times more. Now I'll rep the 6. This ain't 2 plus 4. And I'm all about the war, cause revenge would be so sweet. On the streets with the streets, sweep against you so sweet. One to your skull, motherfucker, make it go lead. 30 on their hip, through the sweater, see the pole piece. Cops on your body in the bushes, cause you're cold. You niggas already know who I am. Feeling like Deuce, man, how I don't got plans. We the type to just hop at the van. Got enough in the clip to hit you and your mans. Yeah. Wow, rap nigga. That's a rap nigga. That's a GT nigga. I say what I want, nigga. You gotta pop, come check. Come check, come test me. You're packing habits, I'm on 8, nigga. You walk around on the front page, nigga. Holla.
Just in time for the long weekend, Ontario's provincial parks will be reopening, but it's not going to be a typical camping trip. Authorities will continue to enforce physical distancing at these park sites. 6 80's Michelle Mackey has more. This Monday, May 11th, will mark the reopening of 520 provincial parks and conservation reserves, with some limitations. Premier Ford says day access only with no camping. And playgrounds, beaches, and facilities remain closed.
Public health measures must be followed at all times, including...
Somebody is going to show up at a tent and a
Walking,
sleeping bag.
biking, and hiking, however, are a go. Jeff Urich, Minister of the Environment, Conservation and Parks, says before visiting a park, visit OntarioParks.ca to find out what's actually available.
We also ask that you stay local. Ontarians should still be reducing the amount of unnecessary travel to other areas of the province.
This month, access to provincial parks and conservation reserves is free for day visitors. I'm Michelle Mackey.
The Ford government has approved an emergency order allowing school board employees to help essential workers in their fight against COVID-19. Staff can now volunteer at hospitals, women's shelters, long-term care, and retirement homes. Education Minister Stephen Lecce says everyone is willing to help out.
They're helping the province at a time when we need people, public servants, to rise to the challenge. And the fact that there is some expression of interest by some of the unions, some of the members, some of these folks, I think is really heartening.
The government says that staff who do volunteer would maintain their employment relationship with the school board and continue to receive compensation and other employment benefits. They would also be eligible for the provincial government's pandemic pay and emergency childcare.
Meantime, with schools closed until at least the end of May, Lecce says teachers should hold regular video conferencing calls with their students. This comes on the heels of a motion approved by the Toronto District School Board to ensure more interactive learning.
You know, we all want to make sure that we get this right. And I know that parents and educators and staff would like some predictability today of what will June look like. And what I can commit to you is that, as I've said before, we are working very closely with the Chief Medical Officer of Health and with the COVID-19 command table with the one focus. How do we get students back into schools when it is safe?
Lecce says students are looking for ways to interact with their teachers, which can and should be done in different ways until they can return to class.
680 News Time, 6:05. Non-essential businesses are starting to reopen today, a promising sign towards a return to normal. But at 680, Stuart McGinn reports signs of community spread are leaving health officials concerned.
Today's data shows the smallest number of new cases in more than a month, 346, after a record of more than 19,000 tests were completed, while there were also 59 deaths and 393 new recoveries. It follows a day where numbers spiked and 55% of them were linked to community spread.
It is still perplexing to me that we're not making major headways going down on that. It makes me wonder if people are not being consistent in their physical distancing.
Ontario's top doctor, Dr. David Williams, and his team have maintained that seeing data on community spread go down is what will motivate them to further ease restrictions across the province and take the step into phase 1 of reopening. For now, the small steps continue as Ontario sees this decline in cases. As of today, all hardware and supply stores have reopened their doors. I'm Stuart McGinn.
680 News Time, 6:06. The calendar reads May 9th, and yet parts of Ontario woke up to snow this morning. 680's Zahir Hashimi is on the Weather Watch.
Mother Nature, you have some explaining to do. We're almost halfway through spring, and for some reason, it's still cold. This morning, we had a low of -4 at Pearson. That's a new record for this time of year. The previous record was 2.2 degrees set back in 1966. 680's meteorologist Jason Fraser says it's supposed to get a lot better. Next week, we're expecting temperatures in the upper teens.
We're talking about plus 19 degrees, likely for Friday. I think some spots in the GTA could end up seeing 20 degrees by Friday.
Now, the bad news is it's probably going to be chilly until then. Temperatures will likely stay in the single digits until late next week. For the latest updates, stay tuned to our 680 weather reports. They play every 10 minutes on the ones. I'm Zahir Hashimi.
Now that Canada's unemployment rate is at an unprecedented 13%, the federal government is throwing Canadians a lifeline. The Emergency Wage Support Program will now be extended beyond the first week of June. The program offers 75% of workers pay up to $847 a week to try to keep people on the job. Despite the unemployment rate being the second highest in the history of Canada, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says the reopening of the economy and lifting of COVID-19 restrictions will occur very gradually.
This is All News Radio 680 News. Experts say it's not going to be easy to fix the deadly flaws in Canada's long-term care homes exposed by this pandemic, but they all agree it starts with improving work conditions for caregivers.
Policymakers and politicians have vowed to fix Canada's neglected long-term care system in the wake of the COVID-19 outbreaks that have led to the deaths of thousands of seniors. The Canadian Labour Congress has released 21 recommendations to improve conditions once the pandemic is over, including hiking wages, providing full-time status to workers, and improving federal oversight. Dr. Samir Sina with the National Institute on Aging says pandemic data will help inform a review once the crisis is over. Health Minister Patty Hajdu says Canada needs to make changes to ensure seniors are cared for safely and with dignity. Terry Biddle, the Canadian Press, Ottawa.
This is 680 News at 6:08. COVID-19 measures have caused interruptions for the Canadian labour market, and since March, over 3 million Canadians have lost their job. 680's Tim Hurd reports.
Minister of Families, Children and Social Development, Ahmed Hussein, says the pandemic has had a significant impact on the labour market. He says not only have Canadians lost their jobs, in some cases been
laid off, but in other cases, the jobs themselves have simply disappeared, especially for folks in the gig economy.
He says the federal government is hopeful the support they have provided to workers and businesses will enable a strong and quick economic recovery.
We will keep being there for Canadian workers, Canadian families, and support them through this difficult process.
Minister Hussein adds, the Trudeau government has made sure they carry out necessary investments to support workers during this difficult time. I'm Tim Hurd.
680 News Time at 6:09. There's growing concern that a rare complication might be causing some children with COVID-19 to experience swollen blood vessels and heart problems. ABC's Stephanie Ramos reports the condition, which is called pediatric multi-system inflammatory syndrome, is spiking across the country. Now, there are at least 73 cases in New York and cases reported in Louisiana, Michigan, California, Massachusetts, and Illinois. Symptoms include prolonged fever, severe abdominal pain, and having trouble breathing.
This is 680 News.
That's all you're going to tell us?
Now time for the 680 News gas price update. Emperor predicts the price of gas will stay the same at midnight. It's set to hold at 92.9 cents a liter at most GTA stations. Traffic and weather together next. 680 News Time, 6:10.
Put us on and find out what to wear. The best weather reports in the city every day.
According to this, I get every single type of crisis.
In times like these, shouldn't your money work even harder for you? We think so. That's why at Duca Credit Union, you get no-fee checking accounts. You also get high interest on deposits and investments, and low mortgage rates. Plus, you get to share in the profits. That's the Duca difference. And now, get rates as low as 2.49% on a 5-year fixed mortgage when you switch to Duca. Find out how at mortgage.duca.com. Do more, be more, achieve more with Duca Credit Union. Conditions apply.
680 News Time, 6:11. It's time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Colette Desjardins.
Thanks, Eden. And this report brought to you by 407 ETR. Speaking of the 407,
it's getting depressing. We're still getting caught with the messenger rider. Set shops and nights for money. You coming from me, I'm fucking gully. You still living, then you was lucky. You a public figure trying your best. In this fight, we fight to the death. You bitches lost your sight and your breath. Taking your senses for granted. We came up here in Maryland, Manson. You and your homie gon' be sharing your casket. We carry the ratchet and sending you a burial package. It's very relaxing. The way we taking care of the packets get carried in plastic and dumped from an aerial vantage. My moms used to say I'm always taking advantage. Nah, cause really I ain't taking the fat shit. Like these are kind of people made reports in the flat shit. And all my work float like a stain in a damn shit. So I defend this bitch, I be strapped like Stan Smith. And boy, that ain't no reference. I love the Glitzy 1911, my preference. Get you fired from your job with a severance. I kill the biggest bear like the Revenant. Don't wear your fur bits so everybody shares it. Fuck around with Charlie, bro, I'm getting on some murder shit. Big gun, and you know I'm gonna defend the president. Bubble like a stripper on the floor when I'm working it. Shake up your vehicle like it's turbulence. My A-Rap keep explosives where it's turbulence. You feel the cold, I'll turn the heat on you, courteous. My treaty niggas put the poison in your curry dish. Mr. Obia, mix the pipe, burpee heads and okra. Boy, I'll get you soaked up. Tie 'em up and roped up. Chain look like gold dust. Who's the one you know us? Vest on and still get your throat cut. Sex, money, get murdered is what I fantasize. Sex, money, get murdered is what I fantasize. Sex, money, get murdered is what I fantasize. Sex, money, and murder is what I fantasize.
This is the least amount of problems we've encountered recording a song so far.
Coming up the wood, I'm a tough motherfucker. Slumming with the sword, I'm a rough motherfucker. They don't wanna catch me at my best, but at my worst. And that's exactly why I gotta put them in the dirt. You should see us go to work. Watch me hit them where it hurts. Watch me fucking hit them first. Watch me put them in a hearse. Drinking blood to quench my thirst. Catch a charge with their reverse. This who cheated kinda cursed. FTP across my shirt. Yeah, fuck the population. Fuck your life and occupation. I'ma watch you run away. It look like immigration.
Same grubby sweater since high school. Drugs out the vial, on fire, homo screens and vials. Survival of the fittest, I'm a walking pandemic. Try to take on me and do the jogging man with it. What's a champion scene without some sadness up in it? I know the world is ours, I'm just having a minute. Another dead man walking with a casket incentive. It's either a bucket or a habit I'm kicking. Conscience roll caller, is it casting auditions? If you notice I ain't present, it's cause the past isn't finished.
Coming for the throat of anyone that is my enemy. Listen, little bitch, this is not what I pretend to be. Send an army, send your troops, send them in with camo suits. Come and catch me, make me pay. Word boy till my dying day. Word boy till my dying day. Word boy being sealed away. Word boy after I decay. I'm a fucking misfit with his fucking wrist slit. Hit you with my fist, bitch. Bring it red like Christmas. Death is on my wish list.
The headphones ain't tangled and it's lost. Monk ass AirPods, if they ain't listening, then it's their loss. No cat, no strings attached, fucking weird flaws. Down Jones crash, how we share flaws. Skip the empathy in my epitaph. Epithet, you're my nemesis. Yeah, I said that with emphasis. Ain't no common ground or no common sense. Fuck your comments, that's the consequence when you on the fence. Killing will, all my head is fair, I can't call them off. I can't call it dog. Shit, I'm probably wrong. Stay lifted and twisted like a fucking polygon. If you feeling froggy, get knocked back to a polywall.
Swear you'll see the black dove, so don't push no more. When it comes to push and shove, I'll put you through the floor. Someone come and catch some smoke, I swear you'll be the one that choke. When I'm fucking angry, bitch, I'ma wipe out all your hope. I'ma smoke your fucking dope, cut you up like cantaloupe. Send you to the North Pole, inside of an envelope. Bloody up my swords again, demons always play pretend. Cut them up with just a pen, I'm something you can't comprehend. Against me you cannot defend, pain and fear you can't prevent. I'll make sure you feel suspense, put you under the cement. Put you in the ground for talking down to a nihilist. Taking all these chemicals, I feel like I'm a scientist. Breaking my appliances, anger with the sciences. That is what my style is, and evil is my stylist.
How you smoking Percy's and still Jackson the lighter thief? If you like the green shit, go full circle like a reef. Ain't it scary? Nixon, Katy Perry, St. Jerry, aviary. Hello, watch me blow, dead buried. Revolutionary, I've been shaking very. The pen should make the paper move, both are stationary. Can't sleep in my bed since he was up in it. Got me fucked up, choosing tough love for the cynic. Basic ass living for a heart that's acidic. How am I supposed to judge if everyone's a critic?
Hey, Young Blackbush, YBB.
Niggas really talking like a sick. See me on the strip, they ain't walking with a stick. Hit him in the rib, now we living in the dirt. Stupid guessy bitch, yeah, she moving like she's
DM, yeah, she called her on her shit. Drop the Addy dumb bitch, still didn't fly through you. Said Peel Street bitch, you were flying. You watch your man get done in, try to line me, hit me with a hammer. Shit back, grimy. You a lying bitch, you a thought, you slimy. All them lies you saying, we ain't buying. Talking about he was in my arms, I was crying. You a stupid goof, you were in stations. Talking to the cops now, bitch, you were basic. Fly high Dustin, now he's a skeleton. Shouldn't try to kill me now, bitch, he's a gas man. He was in your basement smoking that crack on all their heads. It's your turn to villain. Everybody's gonna get me, bitch, are you illin'? If you come to Regent Park, lady, you be missing. Toss him in the river, he's swimming with the fishes. Should've shut your mouth, you're part of the disses. Now it's on to live, you a ugly bitch. We know your coochie stinks. It's my team money, all for the links, all for the club. You should've took another route. Little nigga, said it smells like sauerkraut. That's tough, but last but not least, you think you're free? It's on to Britney. You don't want the polys, I promise you don't. Run up in your house, kick you up like Pop Smoke. Then we back trapping, yeah, we on the road. What niggas? If you're sick, respond. If you're not, shut your fucking mouth. Young Block Boys are bad. Yo, come on, follow the map, my controller who. It's on now, you made a murder from life. All the fakes perpetrating, living lies in your life. All the busted ass kids in the trap, niggas get up, live by the gun, and we'll make sure you die for the bill. It's on now, you made a murder from life. All the fakes perpetrating, living lies in your life. All the busted ass kids in the trap, niggas get up, live by the guns, we'll make sure you die for the bills.
I run at you like a maniac with a pencil, fuck the trigger finger, because killing you simple. A psychopath going through a brain relapse. Somebody better hold him down because he's about to attack. They tell me to relax, just stop and take a breath. But the only way I'll get better is by witnessing your death. You can't stop me, motherfucker, from getting to you. Ain't got no armor on my chest, but I'll still get through your crew. These drugs they hand me on aren't affecting my brain, but the anger that I'm feeling is causing me pain. I'm coming for you, and there is nowhere to run. And when we meet face to face, you know it won't be no fun. Your end is coming near. Can't you feel it's close? Even if I die before you, you'll still be harassed by my ghost. I'll get you any way I can, whether you wake or asleep. Just wanna see you die before I'm fucking dead in these streets.
It's on now, you made a murder from life. All the fakes perpetrating, living lies in your life. All the busted ass kids in the trap, niggas get up, live by the gun, and we'll make sure you die for the bills. It's on now, you made a murder from life. All the fakes perpetrating, living lies in your life. All the busted ass kids in the trap, niggas get up, live by the guns, we'll make sure you die for the bills.
I don't snatch chains like open throats. I don't steal trailers, I steal bones. I don't write tracks, I put my notes, instruct some beat and shit and call it a poem. Raw, dirty milk, you call me Rome, with the silencer pointed at your dome. I'll for you the last call home. One of the sickens clapping at chickens till the bitch stops clicking. Toss it aside and grab the next seat around my ride. Always down for homicide when the feet collide. I got enough to provide for all the haters that duck and hide. The quickest on the slide, go make sure your two brakes tied and stay inside. A bullet hitting the temple, but spatter should be elemental. Excuse me, keeping me jammed, so not consumed by thinking of ways to fuck up your dental. Record over an instrumental.
It's on now, you made a murder from life. All the fakes perpetrating, living lies in your life. All the busted ass kids in the trap, niggas get up, live by the gun, and we'll make sure you die for the bills. It's on now, you made a murder from life. All the fakes perpetrating, living lies in your life. All the busted ass kids in the trap, niggas get up, live by the guns, we'll make sure you die for the bills. I'm a rape with some words, skillfully pillaging herds, hater shank and they tongue through the thick of their shirt. Perfected linguists with demonic linguistics. Leave a pentagram life and I don't really give a shit. So cynically simple, ask forgiveness to be, but ain't nobody giving two shits about my state of being. I pepper shots from drive-bys on a Catholic school. Hear the screams and boom blasts from the picks of my tools. No escaping the heart and grip from the frozen heart in my chest. I flex a step and stack next in the short of a sec. You push me, I push beyond the limits of pushing back.
Confederate cat, desensitized from the fiends in the bag. The world's falling apart, ain't no one here to help you stand. We all victims of the compensation from the sins of man. It's getting worse, it comes again from the start. Figure your way out or come and join me up in the dark. It's on now, we commit murders of life. All the fakes perpetrating, living lies in your life. All the ass kids in the trap, things kill. Live by the gun and we'll make sure you die for the bills. It's on now, we commit murders of life. All the fakes perpetrating, living lies in your life. All the ass. Twin hammers look like the Siamese. I got that beam from the Japanese. My French girl wavy, it reminded me of mac and cheese. It is what it has to be. I'm killing out who's after me. They have to see me rich and I swear what's up financially. Like who we frontin' for? They fly out like there's a trampoline. These bitches could have married a guy. It wasn't Magdalene. I shot like a little bro with Tagalog. It's these instrumentals we got with dragging on. It's rose with beer, rock class riches with dragon on. The nigga with the gate and Sega was never dragging on. The Megatron landing in Lebanon. We was slapping it back and forth like a tetherball. Used to live on French Street, right in the Esplanade. Bitches run the ship and make us film it like espionage. You know that's why they set toilet. Why you niggas ain't protect your neck for? Chopping in shifts till we win. Like connect for the cylinder, always a spin. I connect for it right into your dome when I get it out the chest to drawer rapper. When you go on tour, it's all music. Maybe when we go on tour, it's all shootings. Like other shots got kicked, I gotta shoot it. Nigga, if you talk that talk, you gotta do it. Why they try me? I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down bread. Why they try me? I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down bread. Like he just wanna go on tour and make music. But every time you go on tours, it's all shootings. The last of a dying breed. Yeah, I'm the last of a dying breed. I uppercut these fucks in the chin and they fly with ease. I bleed what I have to bleed. This blood's what I have to see. So big, go sit with your fam. I call it Applebee's. Who the fuck trying to get stuck? Tell them ask for me. That match pack about to get struck. I brought the gasoline. I've never lost. I got OGs to get it back for me. Calm me down, calm with a crowd. Call me your majesty, God. They try to handle me, Lord. No, I'll play that. The bullets in that gray Mac A-track. They go way back. About them up, top your mark. Look where the safe at. Put numbers on your head. You already covered in face tats, boy. Why they always trying to snake that, boy? Charlie got the defibrillator to shake that, boy. Forget about it. You turn me to Rocky ASAP, boy. I'm the last of a dying breed. They wanna break that, boy. Like you're bringing all that beat to the farm. My man's branded you. If you don't get respect in the streets, I can't stand with you. They tell you you a threat on the beat. Your man's scamming you. The Benz is like a beast when it spins. Crash Bandicoot. Pull up with a camera crew. Cannons in your face now. Anybody that's lying to us is lying face now. White boy, nice with a pen. This ain't no 8 Mile. We playing hopscotch.
Last month in the Canadian economy, a number reported by Stats Canada that many economists said underreported the actual damage to the labor market from the pandemic shutdown. Derek Holtz is a VP and head of capital markets economics at Scotiabank.
Yeah, I never thought I'd hear myself saying this in my career, but 2 million jobs lost last month is actually only the tip of the iceberg. There were another 2 million on top of that who were sitting at home, technically employed, but not getting paid and not going into work. And so that takes the number up to about 4 million. And then there's another roughly 1 3/4 million extra people who applied for Canada Emergency Response Benefit. That on top of that were underemployed or working part-time or earning below the minimum pay threshold in order to qualify for jobless benefits. And so overall, millions of workers were displaced in one form or another last month.
After the first wave of job cuts in the travel and tourism industries, the job losses hit every sector in the April data.
There were a lot of sectors in services like retail and wholesale trade, hotel and restaurants, construction workers, manufacturing, all very, very sharply down in terms of employment last month.
And while the current month may continue to show elevated unemployment, many are looking forward to the economic restart, which Holtz says may take longer than many believe.
When 97% of survey respondents tell Statistics Canada that they think that they haven't really lost their jobs, they're just on temporary layoffs, it remains to be determined exactly how many of those workers are going to come back in subsequent months. And I have a feeling it's not going to be the entire 97%. So I don't know what fraction will come back in staged fashion over months, not immediately. And so I do expect a strong employment snapback, but I don't think we should lose sight of the fact that there are going to be some people in this picture who are going to be detached from the workforce for a fairly extended period.
It's Derek with the Scotiabank at the Business Center on Way Up.
Today's showstopper at TSC is the KitchenAid Ultra Power Plus Tilt Head Stand Mixer. With 10 speeds, you can easily mix, knead, and whip ingredients in its large 4.5-quart stainless steel bowl to make family favorites like home-baked breads and cookies and decadent desserts. Regularly $499.99. Today only, it's just $279.99 or 9 easy pay payments of $31.11. Shop TSC.ca. Today's shopping choice.
Alexa, what station has the best breaking news, traffic, and weather?
680 News, obviously.
Doctors are good people, and only want what's good for their patients. So if they say you can't work, I believe them, and so should your long-term disability insurer. My name is Aaron Waxman, and if your long-term disability claim has been denied, call me 416-661-4878. And don't worry about upfront legal fees, because there are none. At my law firm, we only get paid when you get paid. And before you call, you should always remember that there are no bad questions. 416-661-4878, or on your cell phone at pound LTD.
Local news, weather, and traffic as it happens.
680 News.
In Brampton, mostly cloudy, 9 degrees. Cambridge, overcast and 5. Right now in downtown Toronto, a few clouds and 6 degrees. 680 News is CFTR AM Toronto. Listen 3, 4, 5 times a day and always be in the know. You can also find out how to hear us on your smart speakerphone or HD radio at 680news.com/listen. 680 News Time, 6:30.
Number 1 for news in Toronto. This is 680 News.
Good evening. This is Saturday, May the 9th. I'm Carly Donahue.
And I'm Eden Tababa. Here's what's making news this hour.
In time with a long weekend, the province plans to reopen parks and conservation reserves for day use. No camping, but biking, hiking, and bird watching have the green light.
Ontario's newest COVID-19 data shows the lowest one-day tally of cases in more than a month. But there's worry some are relaxing on physical distancing too soon.
Tomorrow is Mother's Day, and although it might look different than previous years, there's still ways to appreciate Mom this Sunday.
Your calendar says May, but it feels like February. We're experiencing record low temperatures for this time of year. And the worst part, the cold is expected to be here for a little while. Your full weather forecast is coming up.
A UFC fighter tests positive for COVID-19 just before they hold an event tonight in Florida. Sports at 45.
And coming up in business, it briefly became Canada's most valuable stock this past week. We're looking at Shopify, and why some investors think its valuations are out of whack.
680 News Time, 6:31.
It's now time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Good evening, Colette Desjardins. Carly, good evening. We still have construction delays on the southbound 404. It's at 60th Avenue where the 2 right lanes are blocked, so it's slow through that area. Now, keep in mind, if you're on 60th Avenue, the ramps to the southbound 404, they remain closed because of that work on the southbound 404. Also, on Dixie Road, between Britannia and Drew Road, which is just north of Derry, both directions are sharing 1 lane. So I had a look at it. It's all because of construction. It's very slow north and southbound at the intersection of Dixie and Courtney Park. If you're on the eastbound 407 from Britannia to Derry Road, we've got the 2 left lanes shut down for construction at last check. No delay. Your next traffic report is coming up at 6:41. Right now, let's get the forecast. Here's Jason Frazier.
We'll continue to see some cloud cover across the GTA tonight, but not expecting any heavy rain or snow like we saw earlier today. Overnight, we'll see some clouds and temperatures dipping below the freezing mark. Our overnight low tonight is -2.
Right now in downtown Toronto, partly cloudy, 6 degrees, and at Pearson Airport, a few clouds and 5. 680 News Time, 6:32.
Well, if you've been itching to get outside and get some fresh air, now's your chance. The Ford government coming out with good news, announcing that provincial parks will be open to the public this coming Monday.
This move does not come catch-free, however. Physical distancing rules will still be in place.
Just in time for the May long weekend, Premier Ford says Ontario will begin opening provincial parks and conservation reserves for day use.
These places will be open for walking, hiking, bird watching, and biking.
But there are limitations. No camping, and playgrounds, facilities, and beaches remain closed.
Walking, hiking,
Jeff
bird
Yurek,
watching.
Minister of the Environment, Conservation and Parks, also asks that you stay local.
So if you're planning to visit a provincial park, please only visit the one that is closest to your community.
According to the province, Ontario Park staff will be conducting maintenance and other park startup procedures over the next few weeks so that more recreational activities and facilities will be available when it's safe. I'm Michelle Mackey.
Meantime, we're seeing another small step towards getting back to normal. Some non-essential businesses are opening their doors. The province reporting encouraging trends in COVID-19 case numbers, but health officials still have some concerns. 680 Stuart McGinn has more.
The newest numbers are the best we've seen in a while. After a record of more than 19,000 tests were completed, 343 new cases were confirmed, the lowest daily tally since April 6th. The numbers also confirmed 59 new deaths and pushed overall recoveries past 72%. But there's still concern about community spread, with more than half of the spike in new cases yesterday linked to it. Data Dr. David Williams called perplexing.
The sooner we stick to the test, the sooner we bring this down, the sooner we can look at moving into the stage 1. Just because there's a few sort of like business things that are doing things, the 6-foot distancing is required.
That's the reminder, with more businesses getting the green light to open today, like hardware and other supply stores, while retail stores with a street entrance that can provide curbside pickup will open on Monday. Despite this blip, the province is still seeing this downward trend continue on new cases, which gives us hope for progress in the near future. I'm Stuart McGinn.
This is 680 News at 6:34. The provincial government has announced an emergency order allowing school board employees to be voluntarily redeployed to hospitals, long-term care homes, retirement homes, and women's shelters. Premier Doug Ford says many congregated care settings need staff, such as custodial and maintenance workers. Education Minister Stephen Lecce says the ask is directed at school board support staff.
That could include janitorial staff or a psychologist or a social worker who may want to go and deploy themselves and to help at a time when we need people to be courageous and brave.
Staff who do volunteer would maintain their employment relationship with the school board and continue to receive compensation and other employment benefits.
Canada's Chief Public Health Officer says the scale and impact of COVID-19 on the country's seniors is nothing short of a national tragedy. Dr. Theresa Tam says prevention and control of COVID-19 in vulnerable populations is crucial for controlling this and future waves of the virus.
If we are willing to give what it takes to address these weaknesses in long-term care and assisted
these little
living
bastards
homes,
in like 5-10 years going to be again calling each other.
to fully compensate the workers in these settings, we stand a better chance of maintaining control of the virus. We will be living with COVID-19 for some time. If we make it a priority to look after the most vulnerable in our society, we can change the outcome of this pandemic and not live in its shadow.
The majority of Canada's COVID-19 deaths have been linked to outbreaks in long-term care facilities across the country.
Canadians working aboard 2 cruise ships have been prevented from coming ashore due to COVID-19 concerns and are finally being allowed to return home. Princess Cruises says in an emailed statement that 19 Canadians on the Kingons and disembarked in Los Angeles on Friday and that they will be flown or driven home by the company. The cruise line says another 53 Canadians are scheduled to leave the Emerald Princess in Fort Lauderdale, Florida on Saturday and would head to Miami, where they would board a chartered flight to Toronto. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said last month that around 80,000 crew members remained on board ships off the U.S. coast after most passengers had disembarked.
You're listening to All News Radio 680 News at 6:37.
Why are we
The
still flying
average
people
temperature
everywhere?
this time of year should be
We're not
around
under our
17
lesson yet.
degrees, but if you've been
We're
outside
gonna
today, you
figure out
might
all
notice
these people
that's
flying
clearly
outside,
not
let's
the
get out of
case.
here.
680's Zahir Hashimi is on the weather watch.
Mother Nature, you have some explaining to do. We're almost halfway through spring, and for some reason, it's still cold. This morning, we had a low of -4 at Pearson. That's a new record for this time of year. The previous record was 2.2 degrees set back in 1966. 680's meteorologist Jason Fraser says it's supposed to get a lot better. Next week, we're expecting temperatures in the upper teens.
We're talking about plus 19 degrees, likely for Friday. I think some spots in the GTA could end up seeing 20 degrees by Friday.
Now, the bad news is it's probably going to be chilly until then. Temperatures will likely stay in the single digits until late next week. For the latest updates, stay tuned to our 680 weather reports. They play every 10 minutes on the ones. I'm Sahar Ishir.
Hey, great news,
680 News Time, 638. The labor market has seen many interruptions due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Stats Canada reporting millions of Canadians have lost their jobs. And as 680's Tim Hurd reports, he has more from federal minister who breaks down the numbers.
Minister of Families, Children and Social Development, Ahmed Hussein, says, in March, Canada saw over 1 million people lose their job. And in April,
we've seen 2 million people lose their job. So that's just over 3 million Canadians losing their job,
which is very concerning for the federal government.
Of course, we will be there for Canadian workers and families to make sure that we support them through this pandemic.
Minister Hussein adds, when the pandemic is over, heading back to work depends on each sector, and the Trudeau government is hopeful the support they have provided to workers and businesses will make for a quick economic recovery. I'm Tim Hurd.
While some COVID-19 guidelines will be relaxed, the federal government says now's not the time to celebrate. Prime Minister Trudeau saying we're not in the recovery phase just yet.
We are still in the emergency phase where people need to get the support they need so they can continue to socially distance, to stay at home.
Everybody needs to buy like
while some provinces are starting to reopen, the vast majority of Canadians will continue to need support. Trudeau also reminded Canadians he's extending the federal government's emergency wage subsidy program beyond its June 6th deadline. He also said he would provide more details coming next week. This comes on the heels of Stats Canada's latest job numbers, where 2 million Canadians lost their jobs in April. This pushed Canada's unemployment rate to a historic 13%.
Meantime, Trudeau is reminding children across Canada that Sunday is Mother's Day. During his daily COVID-19 news briefing in Ottawa today, the Prime Minister offered a number of suggestions on how to mark the occasion.
You might want to get up early to make her breakfast, or ask Dad to help you get her some flowers. Or if you're not together this year because of the virus or other reasons, you can draw her a card or set up a video call. Whatever you do, I'm sure what you'll choose to do will make her day.
Trudeau began his briefing by drawing attention to his government's latest measures to help those affected by the pandemic, including a recent agreement with the provinces to top up the wages of essential workers.
You'll hear it here
first. Breaking news when it happens
on 680 News.
It's now time for the 680 News gas price update, and Pro predicts the price will stay the same at midnight, holding at 92.9 cents a liter at most GTA stations. Traffic and weather together next.
Is that the country station?
680 News time, 640.
This is 680 News.
I'm David St. Jean. As an astronaut, I know
it's spots where the body's traced out. Cause when you go on tour, it's all music. And baby, when we go on tour, it's just shootings. Drive-bys, your eyes wide shut, we gone Kubrick. See, we ain't really got all that talk, we just do shit.
I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down bread. Why they try me? I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down bread. Like he just wanna go on tour and make music. The last of a downgrade. And every time you go on tours, it's all shootings. The last of a downgrade.
Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them. No love, no love, no love, that's what I get, huh? Walter was a crackhead, always a crackhead. Remember when you owe money to those Asian guys in Montreal? You're lucky, they from the 90s and they know me. You trying to shoot you with a 12-gauge shorty, that's what you told me. I came to Montreal to save you, to bitch you. Never judge you for smoking hard, told you I used to sell that. That's crap, your family member. Nowadays, you finally change, you're acting insane. Always talking about money, you ain't rich dude. Your fancy cars don't impress me. I've been there, done that, Fairfax. Ruckus like Carlitos with your niggas is fake. My cousin Liz is a fool. Didn't come when we invited you, fuck you. Think you're the hardest, but when you're actually the weakest. Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them. Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them. Yeah. It's Ruckus. It's Ruckus. It's who? Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them. Yeah. My friends love me. That's all I need. My friends love me. Liz didn't come to the family reunion last summer. Fuck you and your lover. I'm over it now. I wear the crown, respected everywhere. Since you never there, not even court. Who you try to provoke, end up getting choked. This is YouTube, uncut raw. Don't fix friends in the same garbage. Spit knowledge, bitch, I'm a problem. 30 years involved them. If they cross that line, that's right. Cause I'm a psycho, a sicko with a good heart. That showed them all that first, and they turned into I don't know what the fuck made my cousin Mervin MIA. Must have been y'all. Come on, dog, just me and my girl and a gun, stuck in the throne, connected like the mafia. Yo, don't know nada. Ask mom and dad, they ain't got the answers. Getting love from strangers, fans been holding me down. I got the juice now. Holding me down, I got the juice now. It's Ruckus. Family problems, I know how to solve them. Friends problems, I know how to solve them. Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them. Yeah. Shut up, kids, man. I don't even know, man. I don't know what it is. Yeah. And all my family members in Montreal, you'll miss my last year, 2018. Biggest show for 2018. Fuck out of here, man. All I needed, my friends too, I'm saying, my ex-friends, all I need is support, know your fucking money, know your toys. Fucking master, fuck it, I got my own shit. So I get, no love. That's what you get, No love. Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them. Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them. Yeah. It's Ruckus. Salute me or shoot me, man. Nobody cares. We're 2020, man. Big shout out to my fans. I love y'all, man. We're gonna get some free Ruckus gear soon, nigga. Woo!
Yo, check it. Yo. Don't give me 10 seconds to battle you back, bitch. I'll leave you in a casket, shoes in my lips, cause I'm a verbal murderer. You heard of me before, derelict. The one the sickest rappers keeping it in store. I'ma keep it on lock, my lip locks like a Glock. I pop shots out my tongue and I'ma leave your ass shot. I lacerations from the throat from the mic cord. You wanna come at me and claiming that you're hardcore. I battle rapping victimize you fucking whack MCs. So don't come at me cause I'm like a venereal disease. Leave you sticking like a slap or maybe a gonorrhea. You don't want to fuck with the shit because I'm singing to your deathbed. Off the shit that I said, off the shit that I spit off my head. Leaving you a dread, locked like the hairstyle. While I stay so fire with my profile. I mean I lock it up down with my cerebral. For all you and your people been acting like you're so evil, but you ain't bad at all. You need a slap across the jaw, whack and roll, cause playing the shit that you ain't never done before. You claiming that you're grimy and gritty and hardcore and roll, but I think that you run hardcore with caravans, and I don't care, man, cause I don't really play fair. I'm here to battle you, start a cypher and spark it, or else I'm gonna have to jack you up and rob your pockets, rob your wallet. Don't know what you want to call it, being a victimized again, when this team is how we stalled it. We stalled it on the streets and invading the homes and kicking out fucking doors and putting guns to the domes. I'm a hypocritical cat who used to stuff packs, now I slang crack. No, I don't slang crack because I'm hypocritical, because I said it was so bad. Now I'm sitting here and I'm acting oh so mad, but I'm oh so bad. At the same time my brothers be making money, but it gets off the packs and that ain't damn funny. Seen the rig up in the fucking yard, seeing people run up like, oh my god, like what we gonna do? Our kids be getting stabbed up, age of 12, like yo, let's get this cash up, and get this cash up and take them out, cause we need to band together and get the fakes out. The negativity's the life of helping me focus on everything else, not the positive, so let's go on and just flow. I'ma keep it on the mic, just flow. And I'ma keep it on the mic and just flow. And I'ma keep it on the mic. All your fake ass words of life, and let's go. I'ma keep it on the mic. And I'ma keep it on the mic and just go.
Shorty got pneumonia.
Start, between 5 and 6 in the morning, and they'll go until 5 or 6 in the evening.
I'm the best and all the best of them.
Most of the pain I feel it is the ribs from hitting the fucking counter.
If you're looking for me, I'll be on the block, Bangkok, constantly sitting on the drop. They just wanna hate, they wanna spot. Grenades and snitch, they get popped on my block. Like everybody acting like they ain't got reaction. Like hustle on the block, I call it a transaction. Like you don't fuck with flatline, like come on baby, back on like game ain't over, this is still perfection. Like City of Rock, I got cocaine, marijuana, shit don't stop. I get your teeth knocked out, throw you out on my block. I got the steel cock shout, if you wing on top, and then the boys call me rich man, call me pretty boy, still on my hit man. I ain't talking shitty talk, but listen to me right now. I ain't off the white man, people talking shit, and I'll be seeing you good night. I ain't got pneumonia, I got the boss, I ain't got pneumonia. I got the boss, I ain't got pneumonia. I got the boss, came to the club, smelling like a bottle of purple. The stupid jerk, I can't stay, no one can stay. People super fly, bitch looking model. How the terrible wearing things you never been a rock. We try to me introduce him to the clock. Tell her haters suck my cock. Tell the ladies that I love them. She said they wanna get with me, so I can dig above them. I like them all fucking up and coming back, which is sick shit. Don't be staring at me, watch I have her on my dick. Quicker than you motherfuckers ever did. I'm hella sick, I'm high up in the sky. I'm like Mount Everest, about to get fucked. Get back from me, so sick with the accuracy. Get the fuck away, yo, you ever see, ain't no match in me. Ain't no fucking way to box like me, man. So how you fuckers looking at me like we, man? He-man, women haters, still a part of it. Fuck that shit, a part of it. I fucking started it.
Around GTA, I think after midnight will remain quiet as far as precipitation goes, but after about 7 o'clock we could end up seeing some showers, some snow fall across the GTA. Not expecting anything in terms of accumulation, just some flakes to fall throughout the morning hours. By tomorrow afternoon we could end up getting a break from some of the precipitation and even some peaks of sunshine just in time for Mother's Day. And tomorrow night we could see just a little bit of rain develop and a low temperature of +1. And for Monday, see a high temperature of about 9 degrees along with a mix of sun and clouds. And Tuesday, some rain is possible with a high temperature of +10 degrees. So when are we finally going to rebound to where we should be right around this time of year, which is an average high of about 17 degrees? It's likely going to happen on Friday. That's when we'll top out in the upper teens. Some parts of the GTA could hit 20 degrees. Our overnight low tonight, -2 degrees.
In downtown Toronto right now, it's 6 degrees with a partly cloudy sky. Feels more like 1 with the wind. Over in Toronto Pearson, we're seeing similar conditions. 680 News Time, it's 6:54.
This extended forecast is brought to you by Roto-Rooter Emergency Services, fully prepared to help you in this difficult time with any of your drain, plumbing, or disinfection needs. Contact Roto-Rooter 24/7 online at rotorooter.com.
Have you heard about direct lending? It's more flexible than bank lending without the bank. With tougher regulations after the financial crisis, traditional banks have cut back on lending to homeowners. With a home equity loan from Capital Direct, the money that you could use is a simple phone call away. Whether it's home renovations, college tuition, or you just want to pay down taxes, Capital Direct can help. Go direct. Call Capital Direct today at 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL to see what's available for you. CapitalDirect.ca. We work for you.
From talking to the newsmakers,
To getting the answers to what you need to know about COVID-19.
and answers about your job and finances.
If you have a question, ask it at 680news.com/answers.
680 News gets the answers.
We're in this together.
680 News, working for you.
This portion of the news is brought to you by CapitalDirect.ca. If you're going out on the water this long weekend, provincial police are telling you not to forget your life jacket.
Yeah, that's my life jacket right here on this
Friday and a
concrete.
canoeist the following day, both in
like
eastern
8
Ontario,
fucking kilometers
both
from
not
water, all
wearing
that
life
shit.
jackets.
That's
Also
my
keep in mind that
fucking
some cities and towns have closed public boat ramps and there's still restrictions on
I can't even
marinas.
drive in
Coming
my
up in 60
bathtub. It's
seconds,
too
your
small.
business. Together, we are making a difference to stop the spread of COVID-19. As businesses and workplaces begin to reopen, we all have to continue doing our part to keep everyone safe. Remember to practice physical distancing or wear a face covering if physical distancing is a challenge, and wash your hands thoroughly and often. Whether inside or out, stay safe and save lives.
Wash your
For more
hands thoroughly
information, visit
and
ontario.ca/coronavirus, paid for by the Government of Ontario.
I'd rather wash my hands half-assed than in
Outdoor
drinking.
power tools are what you need to maintain your yard this summer.
Like it
Get
said,
powerful
it's
performance and extended runtime with the 3-in-1
You
cordless
say
lawnmower
something
that
there about
uses
that?
2-12
No, don't dare.
20-volt max batteries. Trim heavy grass and weeds with the 14-inch string trimmer. Power through branches with the pole hedge trimmer's steel laser cut blades. And easily clear debris with the handheld blower with directional control. Find out more about DeWalt 24
I want to ride on
at DeWalt.ca.
floor polisher. Where the fuck do those come from? Aside from the hospital, I don't think I can get that one out of there.
It's now time for your business report.
I'm Richard Southern. It became this past week Canada's most valuable stock. It is Shopify, the Ottawa e-commerce company that helps people sell their goods online. It surpassed Royal Bank as the most valuable company with a market cap above $121 billion.
This is just a little spurt of trap where people are selling their shit.
In revenue.
It's not going to last forever because we run out of shit.
Hey, Richard, there's nothing working on the Toronto Stock Exchange except gold stocks and Shopify, and everything else has turned out to be very, very tough here. And I mean, my God, what would the TSX be doing without Shopify? It'd be even more horrendous here. So as for the value, I mean, this is a company with a $100+ billion market cap. It makes nothing. The hope is one day that they'll make a lot of money. I haven't spent enough time to figure out if that's the case. But, it's kind of going to have to make a lot of money at some point to justify this $100 billion market cap and growing. And, I've said that many companies have challenged the banks in terms of market cap in Canada. And they don't exist anymore, those companies, whether it's a Potash in Canada, Nortel. That's not to say that Shopify isn't a fabulous business model. And the internet economy has just accelerated as a result of the shutdowns and the pandemic, and that's been tremendous for these businesses. And I don't think we're going back to those days. But you know what? Shopify is a business that where people can order candles and other paraphernalia. I'm not sure where the competitive advantage lies, but when the train is a-rolling, don't get in front of it.
That's Barry Schwartz.
I need a guy walking up and down my street with candles in his knapsack.
Cars for Kids hopes that you are all staying safe and healthy. We can and will get through this together. Many of you are probably spending time at home now. Maybe use the time to spring clean, like an old car taking up space in your garage. When you donate your car to Cars for Kids, it can live on by giving kids a chance to succeed. And it can all be arranged from the comfort of your home. No need to go out or do anything in person. The pickup can be contact-free. You'll receive a tax credit. Go to carsforkids.ca now to donate. Remember, that's Cars with a K.
Lowe's would like to raise a hammer to everyone who got used to their new conference room.
What was that? We're looking at Beat 6 right now. We're talking about the projections.
I got confused with that last side by side. They look very different. But individually, they both have such similarities. I can't remember which one is
everything you need to build your dream backyard at Lowe's.ca and enjoy free parcel delivery.
In a few days, my ribs will stop hurting. If my spleen still hurts, I know I'm fucking dying.
Your home.
Now, 680 News regional weather conditions for CapitalDirect.ca. Have you heard about direct lending? It's more flexible than bank lending without the bank. Go direct. Call Capital Direct today at 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL to see what's available for you.
Right now in downtown Toronto, it's 6 degrees, feeling more like 1. 680 News Time, 7 o'clock.
Number 1 for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is 680 News, Toronto.
Good evening. This is Saturday, May the 9th. I'm Eden Tabata.
And I'm Carolyn Donahue. Here's what's making news right now.
Well, you can't camp yet, but Ontario Parks and Conservation Reserves are reopening for day use just in time for the May long weekend.
A new emergency order from the Ford government is allowing school board staff to volunteer at hospitals and long-term care homes.
Ontario's newest COVID-19 data shows the lowest one-day tally of cases in more than a month, but there's worry some are relaxing on physical distancing too soon.
The city's sending out crews to help save your tires in suspension this weekend. The second of 3 pothole blitz of this month happening today. Donald Cowboy Cerrone and Anthony Pettit headline UFC 249. Well, the NHL is mulling the June draft. Sports at 15. And coming up in business, let's plan on how to get people on government support back to work.
Yeah, but the problem is you're just going to focus how to motivate them. Trust me, buddy. They don't want to be relying on this.
It's time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's school update, Sharnetta.
Thanks. I'm still seeing delays.
Take the money knowing I'm going to pay for this later.
Avenue, 2 right lanes are blocked. Construction crews are there. So if you're on 16th Avenue, there's no access to the southbound 404. That's both east and west on 16th Avenue. The rest to the southbound 404 are closed. If you're on Dixie Road, expect delays as you can
$1,000 counts against your taxable income. You start working later on this year, you have to pay the equivalent
because of that,
tax.
we had delays at the intersection of Dixie and Courtney Park. If you're on the eastbound 407, from Britannia to Derry Road, 2 left lanes are shut down. Again, construction. So if you're on Britannia, there's no access to the eastbound 407. And your next report will be at 7-Eleven. Right now, let's get the forecast.
Yeah, I'll be at
Jason Fraser.
7-Eleven. Got a
We'll
quarter, got
continue
a
to see some
cigarette.
cloud cover across the GTA tonight, but not expecting any heavy rain or snow like we saw earlier today. Overnight, we'll see some clouds and temperatures dipping below the freezing mark. Our overnight low tonight is -2.
6 degrees in downtown Toronto right now, feeling more like 1
Inappropriate.
under a partly cloudy sky over Toronto Pearson. It's 5 degrees, feeling more like -1. 680 News Time, 7:02.
You'll be able to take in the great outdoors over the long weekend next week for free. The Ford government has approved the reopening of provincial
Some
parks.
girl at a microscope, bottle of insulin,
Use will
$100
still be
bill.
limited. 680's Michelle Mackey joins us with those details.
More than 500 provincial parks and conservation reserves are set to reopen on Monday. Premier Ford giving day use for walking, biking, and hiking the Green Light, but setting some strict limitations as well.
Camping, playgrounds, and beaches will continue to be closed.
Ford says he's trusting people to follow public health measures, including physical distancing within the parks. Jeff Urich, Minister of the Environment, Conservation and Parks, also asks that you come prepared.
While staff are working as hard as they can to get provincial parks ready to open, they will not have washrooms or drinkable water right away. It's important that you come to the park prepared with hand sanitizer, extra water, and other supplies.
Can we put a little picture of some hand sanitizer and some toilet paper or whatever the fuck of Mr. Noodles for $2.50?
I'm Michelle Mackey.
This is 680 News. Ontario has implemented an emergency order allowing school employees to be voluntarily redeployed to congregated care settings. The government says institutions such as hospitals, long-term care homes, retirement homes, and women's shelters are in need of staff, including custodial and maintenance workers. Laura Walton, president of QB's Ontario School Board Council Union, says the work of redeployed staff wouldn't be clinical care.
Things like doing recreational support for residents in long-term care and retirement homes where they're connecting them with their family through iPads and FaceTime and Skype, that kind of thing.
Staff who voluntarily redeploy would maintain their employment with the school board and continue to receive their compensation and benefits.
It's another step in the right direction. Non-essential businesses beginning to open a curbside pickup becoming the norm. But health officials are still weary as the signs of community spread continue. 680 Stuart McGinn has more.
The world, the steam engines are still being used regularly for all
That's
sorts
the
of
highlight
shit.
for Ontario, seeing 346 new cases
And now they're
today,
showing
along
her
with
daughter or
59 new
whatever on
deaths,
fucking
and
hang
a
out
record
cell
number
phone.
of tests were completed, surpassing 19,000 for the first time. It comes after a spike in cases yesterday, where 55% of them were linked to community spread. Still a concern for Ontario's top doctor.
There's a tendency
We put water in here and it heats up and then her picture shows up. See? Very
that
simple.
that group that you're with, that you shouldn't have been with, you found later someone was positive. So I think there's some ongoing transmission there.
Yeah, good people you should have been with,
Perplexing
you
that
were
the
with,
province still isn't making major headway on this, adding if people aren't taking physical distancing seriously, this all could last even longer. Still good news as the number of new cases continues to see a decline, and Ontario takes another slow step of its own, allowing hardware and other supply stores to reopen today. I'm Stuart McGinn.
This is 680 News at 7:05. Some businesses may be reopening, but lots have suffered from the pandemic. City News' Eric Natividad spoke to Ashley Lloyd, the co-owner
I think when you open up a convenience store by law, you're required to buy a bunch of like crappy hardware shit that nobody ever buys.
Dining
Stupid
experience may look like, but
tools
they say
and
depending
They
on
still have
what
those
the guidelines
adapters
are,
for the old
even
TV
if they have
sets with the
customers
two
in these
wires.
seats, many
What the fuck is that
businesses
for?
may still not survive. Co-owner Ashley Lloyd had to lay off her entire staff back in March when dine-in services in the city were forced to shut down. In the weeks since, she and her partner have been keeping their heads above water through government subsidies, and more recently by offering specialized meal kits. They're now turning their attention towards how they'll be able to offer safe service in their small, intimate diner.
Whether or not it's, whether it's every other table that can be sat, if it's got physical distancing, if it's all of our staff having to wear masks and gloves, plexiglass partitions between booths.
But with so little revenue, they haven't yet made investments in
How
those
does the
changes
green boots
until
surpass
firm
the middle of it,
guidelines are
too?
given. Erica Natividad, City News.
680 News Time 7:06. After they began mass testing last week, Toronto Western Hospital is reporting another outbreak of COVID-19. The Toronto Star reports the hospital had previously declared outbreaks in 4 different units with 19 patients and 46 employees testing positive. It's currently unknown how many have tested positive in the most recent outbreak. A hospital outbreak can be declared when there are at least 2 hospital-acquired cases within 14 days.
I burn off red blood cells and I get too.
The anti-lockdown protests returned to Queen's Park in Toronto today, demanding an end to emergency orders.
There's times I sleep for I don't sleep for a day. Actually, I stay in and I don't go out for like 2-3 days. I can't do nothing.
Weekend in a row, a crowd arrived to wave signs about their displeasure surrounding what they consider to be a social issue. 2 weeks ago, Premier Doug Ford referred to anti-lockdown protesters as yahoos as they continue to gather around Queen's Park in a similar fashion.
I get away with saying
680 News Time at 7:07. Some good news for Canadians who've been unable to return home during this pandemic. Lori Paris of Canadian Press has more.
Dozens of Canadians working on 2 cruise ships prevented from docking due to COVID-19 concerns are finally being allowed.
I need a mouse that doesn't have a fucking computer inside
will supply flights or rides home to 19 Canadians who disembarked from the Cummings Dam in Los Angeles on Friday. Another 53 Canadians are scheduled to leave the Emerald Princess in Fort Lauderdale, Florida today and will be flown to Toronto on a chartered flight. From the Canadian Press, I'm Lori Paris.
The labor market has been greatly impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Stats Canada has reported over 3 million people have lost their jobs since March, and as 660 has more from federal minister.
Minister of Families, Children, and Social Development, Ahmed Hussein, says this is immensely concerning.
The
impacts that has on individuals, on families, we sympathize.
I just accidentally give away some friends.
Now, once we get past this pandemic, he says employment recovery depends on each sector of the economy. However,
there's no question that this pandemic has already had a significant impact on our job market.
So the Trudeau government is hopeful the support they have provided to workers and businesses will
enable a strong and quick recovery.
And they will continue to be there for all Canadians, families, and businesses. I'm Tim Hurd.
While many of us wait to get back to work, psychologists suggest that families will have to cope with a lot. 660's Mike Lloyd says teens especially may have a tough time not rushing back into socialization.
Young people will have to balance the desire for social interaction with the need to take it slowly. University of Victoria psychology professor Kathy